A very good morning, kids. So, here we are starting with our new chapter, that is chapter number 4. And this chapter is after chapter number 3, that is the sexual reproduction in human beings. This chapter is going to be very basic. Basically, this chapter is about a complete detail about that why these days reproductive health is very important. So the topics which we will cover in this chapter, that is need for reproductive health, why everyone should have knowledge that why this reproductive health is very important. There are various sexual transmitted diseases which can be prevented by the different methods, so that knowledge should be there. So in the second step we will talk about prevention of STDs. Then we will talk about the contraceptive methods, or how we can control the birth rate, need, and why these methods they are important. Then we will talk about a medical termination of pregnancy and contraception, different types or the methods. And then we will talk about amniocentesis, that how this is a sex determination test, right? And the infertility problem these days, and various assisted reproductive technologies which are known as ARTs. Assisted reproductive technology, different technology these days have been improved or upcoming or already in existence, which are helping a couple to have a baby, right, through different means. So in this chapter we will talk about IVF, gift, and your gift, right? So here first let's take the definition, which is important because this definition, it is given in our NCRT, and it is the definition which is given by World Health Organization, that is WHO. So what do you mean by reproductive health? That is very important for us to understand first, that what do you understand, that what is a reproductive health. Bacha, it is a state of complete well-being of all aspects of reproductive system. It is not only the one aspect, it includes well-being of all aspects of reproduction, right? Like physical, or you can simply just say reproductive system. Rather than just writing reproductive system, you can write down the reproduction also. So aspects include medical, physical, emotional, behavioral, and social. And you cannot play with this definition, you have to write it as such, because this is a standard definition which given by WHO for the reproductive health, that it is a total well-being or complete well-being of human being in all aspects of reproduction: physically, emotional, behavioral, and social, right? In 1951, basically, there was a program started in India which was called as family planning program, and now the name definitely has been changed. It is now known as with the new name, that is reproductive child health care program, right? It is also known by the name that is RCH. You should know that what is RCH: reproductive child health care program. Earlier it was started by the name family planning program, right? So various government as well as non government agencies, they are using different kinds of methods, audio visual methods, print media, different methods to make or to create awareness among the people about the reproduction related different aspects I already told you. Physical aspect of reproduction, emotional aspect of emotional, क्या इफेक्ट होता है रिप्रोडक्शन का आपकी बॉडी पे, बिहेवियरल, सोशल, दीज ऑल एस्पेक्ट्स दे play a major role in maintaining the reproductive health. बच्चा reproductive health does not only means कि आपका reproductive system एकदम ठीक है तो you will be healthy. No, it deals with physically, emotional, behavioral and social aspects. So different problems which are associated with the reproduction these days, or reproductive health actually these days, that people they do not want to talk about the reproduction and their lack of awareness. So because of that lack of awareness, because of that lack of knowledge, there is sudden increase in the population, and that is called population explosion. There is various kinds of myths, various kinds of misconceptions are there in the mind of people regarding the reproductive health, and the one which is very these days now controlled. Otherwise in the earlier days it was a very problem in the our country, that was the illegal abortion and female feticides. And the last about which knowledge, the problems which are associated with the that mainly in the reproduction is sexual transmitted diseases, and people never talk about these, right? So in this chapter we are going to talk about these diseases also. So what you can do about these problems, that if people are not aware, if why the population is increasing, what are the, how can you remove these myths and misconceptions? So what are the your planning, what you can do? So there are different strategies which every country's government as well as non-government agencies they are doing with the help of different means. First, they are creating awareness among the people, right, to control the population growth, that why it is always necessary. That is why government always give a slogan. What is that famous slogan? Hum do hamare do. Then people should be aware about STDs, like there are various sexual transmitted diseases which happens if any person go for the multiple sexual partner, so syphilis, gonorrhea, HIV. So whenever there is a copulation or sex, then people they should know about these diseases, that they can transmit it from one infected person to the unaffected one, right, or to the non-affected one. Now third, second, I will say these were the parts. So second is the availability of contraceptives. Mostly people they don't have knowledge, or they don't have idea that contraceptives are birth control methods. They are available for both males and females, and they are safe to use. So to control the population, to control the growth of basically to control the increase in the number of population, there is availability of contraceptives which people should use. Then there are lots of details which girls should aware about the menstruation, the problems associated with the menstruation and how this affects on the body. This should be very much awareness should be happened within the females. Now many techniques are available these days for the pregnancy, right? If a couple is they are facing some kind of problem in a childbirth, so they can take the help of assisted reproductive technology. So this is a picture, bacho, this is a kind of picture that which we are going to study in this chapter, right? So what you can do about the awareness, you can educate people, government and non-government organization, with the help of audio visual aids, with the help of print media, they are creating awareness among people about the reproduction related aspects, right? Now the sex education is very important. Even in the schools, this education is going to be this education should be given with the proper knowledge, right? It is very important these days that the people should aware about the different methods, that how they can avoid the problems which are related with the reproduction. And in the countries now, different countries, there is increase in marriageable age for girls. Even in our country, that the age is now 18 years, and with boys it is 21 years. People should know that if there will be the large population, there will be less resources, or there will be very limited resources will be available to them. So they should know that what harmful effects they can face agar population ज़्यादा होगी. They cannot give the quality life to their kids if the kids will be more, rather than having a smaller and beautiful life. So this was about the problems as well as their solution. Now how different countries they come to know about their their population is increasing or decreasing. So this statistical mathematical study of human population, it is known as demography. And after in every 10 years there is a census, which is the procedure of collecting a systematic collection, collecting the information of human population in a family, how many members are there, that whole information is collected. And this procedure of systematically collecting that information is known as सेंसस बच्चा. और ये हर 10 साल में होता है. इट इज़ कंडक्टेड इन एवरी 10 years. Now the first census it was conducted in somewhere near the 1871, and 2011 15th census was conducted, and that time the world population was 1.2 billion, but in 1900 it was 2 million. So it increases, it is increasing day by day. In 2000 it was occurred to be 6 billion. In 2001 it reached to 7 billion. So it was predicted that if basically this population can crossed lots, basically become double in 33 years. अगर ये ऐसे ही ग्रो करती रही, so according to, it is given in our NCERT also, that according to 2001 census report, जो population growth rate है, which is the population growth rate, it is 1.7%, right? Means that is 17 per thousand per year. And if this rate will be the same, then the population will be doubled in upcoming 33 years. So it is a very, very serious kind of problem. In India, the most populated state which was reported, that was the UP, and least populated state, that was the Sikkim. So now, what are the reasons which you can find out for increase in population? I told you that a rapid increase in population in a very short period of time, it is known as population explosion. And किसी भी जगह की population increase क्या क्यों हो सकती है, right? क्यों increase होगी? अगर तो उस एरिया में डेथ रेट कम हो गया है, देयर इज अ रैपिड डिक्लाइनिंग इन डेथ रेट, maternal mortality death rate is very very less, infant mortality rate is very very less. So people who are coming in the reproductive age, they will be definitely more, क्योंकि reproductive age का मतलब है कि once they will reach to reproductive age, they will give rise to offsprings, right? Offspring means there will be more addition of numbers in the population, right? So basically death rate कम हो जाता है जब maternal mortality बच्चा डेथ होती है, राइट? सो maternal mortality डेथ रेट कम हो जाता है. कई बार बहुत सारी जो प्रेगनेंसी या फिर अदर कॉम्प्लिकेशन की वजह से when sometime there is a death, so infant mortality rate is very very less. So इसकी वजह से there is a increase in the population. So the people who were reported in the reproductive age, they were more and more. That is why there was increase in the population. So what can the steps, or what are the steps which are taken to deal with the problem? First, every country in which there is a problem with the population explosion, they should motivate their people to having smaller families. And how they can maintain their smaller families? By using different contraceptive methods. So there should be awareness about these different kinds of contraceptive methods as well as their use and advantages. That awareness is very important if any country want to deal with the problem of rapid growth in the population. Create awareness about the advantages. That what are the advantages? There will be there will be quality life they can give to their children. They can easily take care of their children with the limited resources, because if the number of the people in a family will be more, then there will be lot of burden on the family, and the quality life will also be not there, or you can say a proper life cannot be given to the family. So that is why always government emphasize, always pay attention that hum do hamare do. Then there should be there is now these days there is the raise of marriageable age. In the females it is 18 and males it is 21 years, and the government should give incentives to the couples who maintain smaller families, so that the other people also get motivated to have smaller families, right? So this was just the basic introduction or basic touch. We have started with the chapter that is reproductive health. From the tomorrow's lecture, we are going to take the actual part of this chapter, that is the different contraceptive methods which can be used to prevent unwanted pregnancies, right? So I will request you till then read the 2 pages of NCERT I have covered today, right? And I will meet you tomorrow with the next part of this chapter, that is the contraceptive methods, right? Okay kids, see you tomorrow.